What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessed Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G, and my cat Echo, and hopefully we are live with The Last of Us Remake, as I'm attempting to do 100%. Okay, I am live.
You okay? I'm running on fumes, but I'll make it. The place is right up ahead.
Attention. Curfew is now in full effect.
Shit, we need to
Anyone
hurry.
caught outside without proper authorization will be arrested and prosecuted.
The hell are we smuggling?
I'll show you.
Curfew is now in full effect. Anyone caught outside without proper authorization will be arrested and prosecuted.
Joel, give me a hand with this.
Whoa. Come on now. Get on up.
Fuck away from me! Let her go.
You're recruiting kind of young, aren't you?
She's not one of mine.
Oh, shit. What happened?
Don't worry, this is fixable. I got his help. But I can't come with you.
Well, then I'm staying.
Ellie, we won't get another shot at this.
Hey,
That's not exactly close.
You're capable. You hand her off, come back, the weapons are yours. Double what Robert sold me.
Speaking of which, where are they?
Back in our camp.
We're not smuggling shit until I see them.
You'll follow me. You can verify the weapons. I can get patched up. But she's not crossing to that part of town. I want Joel to watch over her.
whoa, I don't think that's
I'm
the
not
best
Ellie.
idea.
How do you know them?
I was close with his brother Tommy. Said if I was ever in a jam, I could rely on him.
Was that before or after he left your little militia group?
He left you too. He was a good man.
I could just take her to the North Tunnel and wait for me there.
Jesus Christ.
Just cargo, Joel.
No more talking. You'll be fine. Now go with him.
Don't take long. And you, stay close. Let's go.
Whoa. I heard all the shooting, but... what happened?
The fireflies. Same thing's gonna happen to us if we don't get off the street.
You're the pro. I'm just following you.
Attention. Harboring or aiding one criminal is punishable
down here.
Attention. Harboring or aiding wanted criminals is punishable by death. Do not place yourself at risk.
Keep up.
Report any suspicious activity immediately.
See, you can actually feel the truck going by. And it changes depending on what side you're facing. They made a unique animation and controller for that one scene. It's like 15 fucking seconds tops. So cool.
Where are we going?
Up there. That'll get us to the north tunnel.
How are we supposed to reach that?
Just give me a minute.
I love that this conversation here shows the start of the relationship.
Use it to smuggle things?
Yep.
Like illegal things?
Sometimes.
You ever smuggle a kid before?
No, that's a first. So what's the deal with you and Marlene anyways?
I don't know. She's my friend, I guess.
Your friend, huh? You're friends with the leader of the Fireflies. What are you, like, 12?
She knew my mom, and she's been looking after me. And I'm 14, not that that has anything to do with anything.
So where are your parents?
Where are anyone's parents? They've been gone a long, long time.
So instead of just staying in school, you decide to run off and join the Fireflies, is that it?
Look, I'm not supposed to tell you why you're smuggling me, if that's what you're getting at.
You wanna know the best thing about my job? I don't gotta know why. To be honest with you, I give two shits what you're up to.
Well, great.
Good.
Chapter 2 is where this game starts to get really good. Like, Chapter 1 is good for seeing Joel in his element before he meets Ellie. But your weapon lineup is really limited, and you're not really seeing the best the infected have to offer. Chapter 2 is really good because where you start to get some good weapons. It's where you see Ellie and Joel in action. The setting is incredibly memorable, and it's where you meet clickers, which are the highlight of this game, monster-wise, and what is iconic.
Is it?
What are you doing?
Killing time.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I am sure you will figure that out.
Your watch is broken. You mumble in your sleep. I hate bad dreams.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I've never been this close to the outside. Look how dark it is. Can't be any worse out there. Can it?
What on earth do the Fireflies want with you?
Hey. Sorry it took so long. Soldiers fucking everywhere.
How's Marlene?
She'll make it. I saw the merchandise. It's a lot. Wanna do this?
Yeah.
Let's go.
And the bottle of scotch that he drinks from the beginning, which he pours, that's the one she's talking about in this note. Another cool detail.
I think it's a bit... Yeah, let's just hope there's someone alive to pay us. Who's waiting for us at the drop-off?
She said there's some fireflies that traveled all the way from another city. Girl must be important. What is the deal with you? You some bigwig's daughter or something?
Something like that. How long is this all gonna take?
If everything goes as planned, we should get you to them in a few hours. Ellie, once we get out there, I need you to follow our lead and stay close.
Yeah, of course.
Climb up and check if the coast is clear.
Now, hold up. There's a patrol up ahead. All right. We're good. Come on up. Come on, kid. Watch your step. This rain ain't gonna do us any good.
Holy shit. I'm actually outside.
Is also where you start to earn vitamins.
Up this way.
Don't do anything stupid.
Move.
Turn around, on your knees. You scan him, I'll call it in.
Put your hands on your head.
This is Ramirez at Sector 12, requesting pickup for 3 stragglers. Understood.
Look the other way. We can make this worth your while.
What's the ETA?
Couple minutes.
Fuck! I thought we were just gonna hold him up or something.
Oh, shit. Look.
Jesus Christ. Marlene set us up? Why the hell are we smuggling an infected girl?
I'm not infected.
No? Just lying?
I can explain.
You better explain fast.
Look at this.
I don't care how you got infected.
It's 3 weeks old.
No, everyone turns within 2 days, so you stop bullshitting.
It's 3 weeks. I swear. Why would she set you up?
I ain't buying it. Oh, shit. Tess. Run. Run!
Go! Go! Move!
Holy shit!
I got 2 dead uniforms. I repeat, I got 2 casualties in Sector 12. Requesting immediate backup.
Shit. They're gonna be out in numbers.
All right, Ellie. When I give you the signal, we run.
Signal. Run. Got it.
Now, run.
Go, go!
Here, through here!
Don't stop!
Oh, hurry! What do we gotta do? Stay close.
I see him.
They must have gotten through. Check the trenches.
Just stay back.
I don't see anything down there. Are we sure they came this way?
Unless we're told otherwise, just keep scanning.
Stay down, don't let him see you.
Come on, kid. Follow Joel.
It's also one of the only places that the game drops frames.
Keep them occupied!
Let me research your point. I fucked up. Got spotted. Okay. Times, not right here in the chase. It's a tiny drop. I think it's the particle effects and lighting, but when you're like staring down the street at the officers, it drops like 2 frames a second. And normally I wouldn't point it out, but like this game is very well optimized, and on the base PS5 and performance mode, it's pretty much a locked 60. So you notice when it drops. Although, like I said, it's like maybe one of only 2 places, well, like 3 places in the game where the frame rate actually dips. And it's a testament to this game that like 90% of the game, it is locked 60. And it's a very beautiful game. So.
Gotta be the fucking firefighters now. We'll be done with them soon enough.
Hold up.
Shit, stay there.
Go, go.
And also, it's one of the instances where they actually made some changes to geometry. Most of the level layouts are the same, but they made some key changes in certain places.
We can get through here.
I love this game, I really do. You can feel the rain on the controller.
Down there.
Come on, Ellie.
See right here. I think it's the particles, the long draw distance. But see, I'm looking here.
I'm coming.
It's fine. When I look across the street, it lags. But it's only like right here.
We're supposed to get past them.
As soon as I just got past here, it fixed itself. It's not lagging anymore.
It's too many, Tess.
Oh man. Oh shit. They're in here with us. See if you can distract them.
All right.
Also, they originally intended for you to be able to get an assault rifle on these guards. But they thought it was too much too soon, for one. For the progression of the game, for two, you wouldn't get any more ammo afterwards for a really long time, so it's like a weapon you wouldn't carry, so they wound up cutting the weapon in the game, putting it near the end. And I kind of agree, it kind of would have upset the power balance, to be honest with you. Shit.
Get him! In the alley!
Shit, come on. But they actually changed the geometry of this building here. To be more realistic. I can't tell you exactly how, but if you play the original game, they've changed the layout a little bit. And they've done that in a couple spots to make the make things places where the geometry was warbly.
All right. You kill me. I'll never let you leave.
See, fuck, I knew better. I'm rusty. I always try to do every encounter without getting spotted if I can. Well, there's some encounters where you have to get spotted for the story, but I'm talking about besides that. The encounters that you can do stealthy, I want to do stealthy.
All right.
See more lights?
Got him.
Close one.
Fuck! Bodies!
Got one there. Got one there. We got okay.
Damn it. Another down. Won't buy you anything to kill me.
There's also a glitch where some of the water dropping down wouldn't hit characters when they interact with their clothes, and they fixed that in a patch.
Through here, come on. Tess, you got any idea which way?
Looks so different.
Yeah. Let's see where this leads.
And there's just stuff you want to get in the side pocket that's coming up. There's a funny optional conversation you can hear. Well, it's not.
We're out of the rain.
How's it look?
Think we can squeeze through here.
Charlie Squad, report.
Shit. I got more soldiers.
Target's still on the loose, sir. Break off pursuit and report back to Sector 11.
I don't think they see us.
Acknowledge. Get to your vehicle.
Stay in the shadows.
Yeah, that's the main way, and this is the side way. This is what I was talking about.
Are we safe?
No, they're still around. Look, take a moment to catch your breath. Joel, see if there's anything we can use in here.
Sure thing, boss.
While you get your first bit of scrap, while you get your first chance to upgrade your weapons in this chapter, I wouldn't. You have very little scrap as it is, and honestly, the default pistol, is not really worth upgrading in my opinion anyway. I usually save all of my scrap until chapter 3, which is where you get the shotgun and the bow, and you can start making meaningful upgrades. I don't hardly ever upgrade the default pistol.
Tess, up through here through this pipe. I think we can make it through here.
We're getting close, Ellie.
Whoa, 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 wait. Jesus.
Gather up. All of us back. We're returning to the wall.
And that's the end of the first section of this chapter. Chapter 2 has 4 sections.
All right, they're gone.
What was the plan? Let's say that we deliver you to the Fireflies. What then?
Marlene, she said that they have their own little quarantine zone with doctors there still trying to find a cure.
Yeah, we've heard that before, huh, Tess?
And that whatever happened to me is the key to finding a vaccine.
Oh, Jesus.
It's what she said.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Hey, fuck you, man. I didn't ask for this.
Me neither. Tess, what the hell are we doing here?
What if it's true?
I can't...
What if, Joel? I mean, we've come this far. Let's just finish it.
Do I need to remind you what is out there?
I get it. This way. If we cut through downtown, we can hit the Capitol building by sunrise.
We hope.
There's also a lot of scrap to be found here if you're careful. Make sure I'm still alive. I had issues. Okay, change her.
Holy moly. I guess this is what these buildings look like up close.
Bomb the hell out of the surrounding areas for the quarantine zone, hoping to kill as much of the infected as possible.
And you can find plants here. Most people miss those. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I have 35 supplements because it's a pre-order bonus. You get extra scrap and supplements. That should have been my first bit of supplements, but yeah.
Tess, you hear that?
Yeah. Sounded pretty far away, though.
Are we safe?
For now. Come on.
Well, there's a couple opportunities in this chapter to get scrap that are hidden in vitamin supplements, which I will point out, although I'm sure I'll miss some.
Damn, it's quite a drop.
Now there's the Capitol building.
Yeah. We need to get around this mess.
This is the downtown area?
It was. Now it's a giant wasteland.
Now we're going into the curb building. Or tilted, I'm sorry. Which also was not easy to do.
Over here.
It's not easy to do tilted geometry in games for animation-wise either. Around the same time, for example, that this game came out, Assassin's Creed 3 had to make special technology to allow Connor and people to fight on slopes.
You find anything over there?
No.
Keep looking.
Should I do anything?
You just stay close to her for now.
Roger, Dodger.
The first three chapters of this game are in Boston, or I'm sorry, Massachusetts. First chapter's in the quarantine zone. The second chapter's in the outskirts of downtown. It's 13 years old now, yeah. I was going to see it, Philippe. Although this remake is only 4 years old, which actually now I feel incredibly old. I was 17. Yeah, I was 17 when this game came out. 2013. My dad got this game from. Especially the remake. The original game still holds up, but the remake really holds up. I would actually go so far as to say, even though this remake is now 4 years old, it's still one of the best looking PS5 games. But then again, Naughty Dog doesn't disappoint graphically. Say what you want to about anything else, but Naughty Dog knows how to make them. You give Naughty Dog any PlayStation hardware, and they will figure out how to squeeze the most out of it. PS1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like literally. And I know people aren't excited about Intergalactic because the protagonist, which I'm going to be honest, I'm not exactly excited to be this shaved head chick. Oh yeah, for sure. That was Game of Thrones at its peak. I'm still going to give Intergalactic the benefit of the doubt, though. Because we haven't seen any gameplay. And we haven't even really seen any protagonist. We've seen this bald-headed bounty hunter chick, but we literally didn't see anything else. And Naughty Dog has said that it's going to have a focus on melee combat, and Naughty Dog has never really done a strong emphasis on melee combat, so it's the type of game that Naughty Dog's never made before, and I've never played a Naughty Dog game that I didn't like, so I'm going to give people the benefit of the doubt. I know a lot of people have automatically written off Intergalactic, but I haven't. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, because like I said, even if you hate The Last of Us 2 for Joel and Abby and all that shit, say what you want to, I'm not going to open that whole can of fucking worms. But nobody can say that The Last of Us 2's gameplay wasn't fucking amazing. It was. The Last of Us 2 has some of the best realistic survival gunplay you'll ever find in a game ever, with some of the best animations ever. So even if you don't like what they did with the story in The Last of Us 2, the gameplay was fucking great. And that's what counts. And the production values were amazing. The game still looks outstanding. So I'm going to give Intergalactic the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, 2013, man. 2013 was a good year for gaming in general. For Nolan North, or not Nolan North, I'm sorry, Nolan North and Troy Baker, actually. 2013 was the year of Troy Baker, because 2013 was a great year in gaming. In general. You had Last of Us, Batman Arkham Origins, which is underrated, I don't care what anyone says, BioShock Infinite, which I really love, Tomb Raider 2013, which I love. The reboot of Tomb Raider is one of the best Tomb Raiders. And a lot more. The DMC reboot, which I like. I don't care what anyone says. I will always love the DMC reboot. Unpopular opinion. I love it. Yeah, a lot of great games came out in 2013, actually. That was the launch of PS4, too. And Xbox One at the end of the year. But yeah, dude, I love this game. I love the original Last of Us. As a whole, I think it was an incredibly amazing game. That was pretty much the last major Sony game for PS3, so they really, I think it actually was the last major first-party game for PS3, actually. I mean, there was definitely more ports for years, but I don't think Sony made another big PS3 game afterwards, so it was kind of the swan song for PS3, and man, they went out with a big one. And so I love the original game, and I love this remake. There are people saying, oh, this remake didn't need to be made. Oh, it's just a remaster. Oh, it's not even that much of an improvement. And to that I say, number one, no remake ever needs to be made, okay? The question is, should this need to be made? Because no remake is ever needed. The question is this a good remake? To which I say, yes, I think this is a great remake. And this is not, in any way, shape, or form, a remaster. Everything about the game was rebuilt from the ground up, from scratch, in another engine. Nothing from the original game, except for the voice work, remains. But also, people were saying back in the day that this remake didn't make any gameplay improvements. That is 100% unequivocally fucking false, by the way. All the animations were redone from scratch. All the gunplay was redone from scratch. People who said that shit hadn't played the original game in years, and they were letting nostalgia cook their brain. If you actually go back and play the remaster, or the original game, and you play the remake, you will notice immediately that this gameplay is 1,000 times better. Sweet. Yeah, dude, they hide some of these collectibles so well. But yeah, I said, I love this game and I love this remake. And also, people were trying to... This is when people... This, for me, was a noticeable part in society. where people started to not understand the definition of remake anymore. God, that kid is now 13. Well, also, she was really a total dick about her kid, by the way. I know the kid you're talking about at the age of 47. She had a kid at 47, and she was a total fucking dick about that kid to her husband, actually. I remember I lost a lot of respect for Halle Berry because after she divorced the father of the kid, she didn't want to include him in any of the parental rights, didn't want to include him in custody, and wanted to take her kids to France and Europe without telling the dad. And the dad had to take her to court and be like, you can't just take the kids to another country and not tell the biological father and ask his opinion when we're sharing dual custody. Because they had dual custody of the kids. And she tried to go to Paris, France, because that's where her new boyfriend was. He was this French actor. And he's like, dude, he found out about it from the kids. She wasn't going to tell him. And he had to take her to court and he won. Because, you can't just take the kids to another country without fucking telling the biological dad when you're sharing custody. And she got upset because she had to pay, millions in child support. And she made a stink about it. And, okay, that's the same thing they would do for any male celebrity. She made the majority of the money in the relationship. So she paid the majority of child support. And if it was a male celebrity that left his wife and they had kids and she fleeced him for child support, everyone would be like, oh, yeah, he should pay his thing. But suddenly, women don't want to do it. Same thing with Kelly Clarkson, by the way. That really upset me, too. I like Kelly Clarkson. I still do like Kelly Clarkson. But she got upset because she married a guy that made, average wages. He made, a good salary, $100K. Which for us, $100K plus a year is great. But for her, it was nothing. So she was bringing in the majority of the relationship. So she got really upset that she had to pay alimony and she had to pay him support, spousal support. And she even made a song saying fuck him, and she would say fuck him at shows. And it's like, okay, dude, this shoe was on the other foot. You would not be complaining. Nobody would have been complaining if the fucking dude had the majority of the money and the chick left, And so it's a thing where marriage or laws right now, unfortunately, favor the wife. You get with a chick and you didn't sign a prenup, you're fucked. If you have money. Oh man. See, I'm trying not to get into a tangent. I'm trying not to go into a rant, okay? But I will say this: aside from the fact that the spousal system is unfavorable to men, even if the chick cheats, they'll still favor her, which is fucked up. They also, the entire concept of alimony is fucking stupid. Okay, I'm totally down for 50-50 split. If you make a life with somebody, okay? If some dude is rich and famous and you join him, you do not contribute to making those assets, okay? You should get something, you shouldn't get 50-50. But say a man and a woman get married, and then the guy becomes famous. The woman helped make his career possible, taking care of the kids, do all that. So 50-50 split is fine if you were there at the beginning. But alimony is fucking stupid. You should take your 50-50 split and fuck off. Because alimony is literally saying, well, this woman was accustomed to this life style when she married this man, so he should continue to financial lifestyle, so she shouldn't have any changes in her lifestyle. Okay? You basically want the privileges of being with somebody without being with them. When you decided to leave them, you gave up the rights of all the shit that goes with being with them. That's just common fucking sense. And saying that because this woman dated a man with a lot of money, that became what she was accustomed to, the lifestyle she was, and now that she left him, she shouldn't have to take a hit to her lifestyle. Why not? You decided to leave. That would be like if I was at a job and I got used to making $100,000 a year at a job, and then I left that job, and got a job working at 7-Eleven, I would expect 7-Eleven, well, this is what the lifestyle is accustomed to. They would tell you, go fuck yourself. Take your 50-50, leave, and shut the fuck up. And it depends on the states. And honestly, that's kind of where the celebrities get fleeced, California. All the celebrities want to go to California. And California has like some of the worst fucking marriage laws. Marriage is so heavily skewed towards fucking women in California that it's so awful. But that's where they all choose to go, man. California is like the worst for fucking alimony laws, man. I remember for Ron Perlman, he was with his wife for 20 or 30 years. And she helped him start his career. And they broke up. Okay, sure. So she got 50%. She earned 50%. She helped him make his career. They said that he has to give her 10% of his earnings for the rest of his life. Not like alimony is usually for so many years. What the fuck? You got 50%. You helped him make this empire, and then you got your half of that empire. You shouldn't have any future proceeds from this guy. And I wouldn't say that this is not like a man thing, by the way. It's men that are involved because it's men that this usually always happens to. But if a woman came along and she built up an empire and then a guy split and the dude was demanding to get 10% of her profits for life, I would say the woman, the dude needs to go fuck himself. But it's men that it happens to, which is why I mentioned men. But this is a principle that wouldn't matter regardless. Having access to future earnings is like literally telling somebody, well, you divorce this person, but you're still going to be tied to them forever. What is she, his pimp? She gets a cut because she's his pimp? But yeah, got way off track. That's my bad. Like, if it had been a 50-50 split, it would have been fine. Because Ron Perlman's wife was there with him before he had any money. But, future earnings is bullshit. And yeah, the prospect of marriage is kind of not good for men. And that kind of really upsets me. So that's something I feel deeply about, honestly. Because I believe in marriage. I believe in being married to one woman for the rest of your life. And I have not been married because I would never marry somebody unless I was dead set on being with them forever. Marriage for me is we're in it to the end. One of us is in the ground, kind of shindig. But it kind of upsets me because right now marriage is kind of a losing prospect for men. It really fucking is. Because, men are expected to do all the things that they were expected to do. Provide, give money, lavish the chick in gifts, take care of her lifestyle. And women are not expected to do what they're supposed to do. Women want, and I guess I'm being red-pilled right now. Women want a traditional man, then they don't want to be a traditional woman. And, listen to me. If you want to be a woman, and you want to do your own thing, make your own money, be independent, more power to you. I literally have nothing but the best wishes for you. Women have the right to choose. And if a woman decides not to have kids, if a woman decides to be independent, cool. I'm all for that. You're a human being. It's your right to choose what you do with your life. And the problem with before is that women didn't really get to choose. Although men didn't really get to choose either because it was the same way. Like, people act like women were, like, this is the role women were forced into. It was the role men were forced into, too. We were literally told, okay, you're going to be the provider and you're going to work until you fucking keel over. And you're going to do back-breaking physical labor. You're going to go in the mines, you're going to get black lung. You're going to fucking do manual labor. So both men and women were forced into the roles that were expected of them. Men didn't really have a choice either. You either did physical labor, hard physical labor, or you died. So nobody really had a choice. And now he started giving people more choices to let the dad be the caregiver at home for the kids, if that's what he wants to do, and let the woman be the breadwinner. And that's great. People should have a choice. That's supposed to, the whole thing about civilization is we're not supposed to just be doing what we're supposed to do, and what we have to do to survive. We can choose what we do with our life, have dreams, have aspirations. Survive, just trying to survive until the next day is what cavemen did. But the problem is these women want a traditional man and don't want to be traditional women. They're choosing, okay? And so if I'm doing all the fucking labor, I'm paying all the fucking bills, and you're at home all the time, then you're going to you're going to take care of the kids. You're going to take care of the household shit. That's how that works. The dude did the labor outside, the chick did the labor inside, they were a team. And of course, that's not to say there's not any spillover. I'm not saying the dad should not have to do any parenting, but I'm saying if a guy's working 70-hour fucking weeks, there's just not going to be enough of him to go around to do the parenting on the level with the chick who's there all day. And now, you literally have this chick who's just like, well, I don't cook for my man, I don't clean for my man. He has a mother for that. I'm not his mother, okay? But you want to be taken care of. You want to spend his money. So you want to be taken care of, but you don't want to take care of someone. You want him to provide your whole fucking life for you, but you don't want to do literally anything for it. I'm sorry. That's being fucking dead weight. Same thing. Like, I live with my parents, yada, 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 okay? And my dad pays the bills, okay? I'm not just sitting on my ass, not doing anything. I'm literally, every bit of physical labor in this house goes through me. I do the groceries, I go to the store, I get the mail, I walk the dog, I do the laundry, I help make dinner. Anytime my mom needs to go to a doctor's appointment, I'm getting her outside, getting her out the building, pushing her wheelchair down the block to the car, coming back. If my dad can't, typically my dad goes with my mother to doctor's appointments because it's her husband. He can't go, I go. Say he can't take time off work, okay? So literally every bit of manual labor that needs to be done in this house, vacuuming, done by me. So I'm a man, and I'm doing all the domestic labor. And you don't see me saying, well, I should just be able to sit here on my ass and be taken care of, Mom. No. And that's why, people try to, some people try to call me like a bum, and it doesn't get to me because, if you saw everything I did here, you'd shut your fucking mouth. How many people do you know do everything for their parents? Okay, so I'm not just sitting here on my ass, getting fucking taken care of by my parents being a fucking leech. There are some dudes who literally just sit there on the, like Michael's son in GTA 5, literally just sit there and fucking have their parents do everything for them. That's a fucking deadbeat. I'm doing fucking everything. That's why I said something this is how you do everything else. And so a woman shouldn't be expected to do the same, dude, if you're literally, or, or women are just like, oh, I do most of the labor with the kids. Yeah, because you're there. The guy is fucking doing all the physical labor. And now that doesn't matter anymore. They're like, what about women? What about our emotional labor? Okay, your emotional labor is valid, but now you're saying that the guy working this fucking 10-hour days in construction, his stuff isn't valid. You're saying that this guy's literally working 70 hours a week doing overtime, and that's not enough. My father works 6 days a week. The only day my dad doesn't work is Sunday, and that's because they didn't have stuff open. My dad literally worked every day of the week, but they let him. The difference is that my mom actually appreciates that, and when me and my sister needed raising, my mom raised us. My dad would help out where he could, but my mom understood. My dad literally would work 100-hour weeks, man, to provide for our family. So after my dad would come home from literally a 12-hour fucking shift, my mom would be like, hey, I need you to do this, this, and this, because he did his fucking part. And we're saying, well, women do a lot. Yeah, they do, and they should be celebrated for that. I've got no problem with women. Everything women do is special and should be celebrated. I don't want anyone to think that I'm coming across as woman hating, because I'm not. I love women. Mothers are an integral part of human society, okay? Men need their mothers. Women need their mothers. and women do invaluable work for our lives. But the thing is, we're telling women that they're valid, and we're telling men that they fucking suck, when it's ideally two parts that need to make it whole. A guy couldn't work if he didn't have the woman taking care of the family, and a woman couldn't take care of the family if the guy wasn't bringing home the fucking bacon to feed them, clothe them, wash them, keep a roof over their heads. It's two parts of the same whole, and suddenly we started saying that this part's good and this part sucks ass, when both parts are needed. You know? And I guess I'm tinfoiling, but we are attacking masculinity. Nowadays, if you're fucking masculine, you're seen as being toxic. And obviously, of course, there is toxic males. Fucking Andrew Tate is toxic. I ain't never watched Star Wars, man. That's why I'm rich, because I ain't never watched Star Wars. Okay. There is, of course, toxic men. But then now we're literally saying that the act of being a man is toxic. That's where we got fucked up. And the sad thing about it is, we're sitting there, and we're literally telling men, let my cat out, we're telling men that, well, being masculine is toxic. But the thing of the matter is, women don't want to fuck emasculine men. So these women, the same women who are complaining about men being toxic masculinity, are getting fucked by those toxically masculine guys. A woman sees a guy that she thinks is a pussy, and she gets drier than the fucking Sahara Desert. Did you want to leave? I thought you wanted to go. Okay, there you go. I'll see you later. Love you. Actually, hold on. Let me go pee real quick. And, it's the same thing I was trying to say. Like, it all has to do with gender roles, dude, and men were trapped into it, too. Did you think, like, a dude in the 1800s would be like, hey, I want to be an artist? No, they would laugh at him and say, go back in the mines, bro. Oh, man. Or, like, there's been movies about guys wanting to do ballet. Oh, man, I can't remember the name of that movie. It was a movie in the 90s about an Irish kid that wanted to do ballet, and he had to fight and fight and fight. And everybody thought he was gay, or, like, he had mental issues, and all. He just liked ballet. He was straight as could be. He married a wife, and he's famous to it, and I can't remember. It was a really good movie about that, and it was a true story. Because people were like, oh, you can't do ballet, you're a guy. And how is that any different, gender roles wise, telling a guy he can't do ballet than telling a girl she should be in the kitchen? It's not. Men were subjected to just as much gender role shit as women are. There's a certain idea of what a man should be, and if a man doesn't fall into that group, he has a really hard fucking time in life. So it's not just women that are being railroaded into these gender roles. Everybody's getting it. So everybody should be able to choose. That's what I'm saying. Men were forced into the roles just as much. You think in the Wild West, if a man had been like, well, I don't want to provide for my family, I want to go do art, they would have been like, oh, that's good for you, partner. They would be like, no, what are you, a queer? And stoned him. Sorry, that concludes my TED Talk. But no, women and men are both valid. They're both two halves of the same whole. They're both needed. Neither side should be fucking hated on.
It's been ripped apart. Body's pretty fresh.
Is that bad?
Yeah, it might be. Let's not stick around.
How much scrap do I have? 49, yeah, not a whole lot. I would save my scrap until at least chapter 3. None of the handguns are worth upgrading, in my opinion, and you don't get it. Can't even really do a lot until chapter 3, and that's when you get the shotgun and the bow when you want to start making upgrades. 1808, arrived to grid 2438A, negative contact LZ, moving patrol west towards city center. I gotta read up.
Looks like these guys died waiting for backup.
And then also show you a trick that they a trick that was handy, and where I really appreciate the people who made this game, because there were some tricks and stuff in the original game that were used that you know exactly what I said, dude. And they were still had to be cowboys. That's what I mean. They were painters in addition to being cowboys. If a guy had been like, I just want to paint, like that was like a side quest that they did, is what I'm saying. Which I'm glad for them, but you get the point I'm making, that a guy can't just be like, I want to write poetry. So some of the best authors of all time had a lot of other shit besides them, like J.R.R. Tolkien. It is a great era, I agree. One of these days.
God damn it. Clicker.
Jeez. What's wrong with its face?
That's what years of infection will do to you.
So what, are they blind?
Sort of. They see using sound.
Like bats?
Like bats. If you hear one clicking, you gotta hide. That's how they spot you.
But anyway, I'm about to run into the first clicker, and I'll show you a handy technique. But anyway, the original game had kind of an exploit you could use to deal with clickers, and that was removed in the remake, and really shows props to Naughty Dog, because they went back and patched it. They didn't remove it on purpose, but it was like a quirk of the engine that they went and put back.
The building feels like it's about to fall apart. Watch your head.
It's totally cool.
Give me a hand with this.
Gotta love clickers. So iconic, man. Maybe one of the best depictions of zombies ever.
You alright?
It's nothing.
And it's also a really cool thing.
Shit.
You said it.
She'll actually hand you the stuff to make a first aid kit if you let her, which I think is really cool, because you take damage.
Here, patch yourself up.
Appreciate it.
And that's another really cool detail. When you patch yourself up, you can actually see the wound get bloody in real time, and take blood. Well, if you can, I can turn the camera the right fucking way. See, you see it bleeding in real time as it absorbs the blood from the wound. I think that's really cool. And it's also where we get the first shiv door. And it's also why I said you should always keep one shiv in your thing, because shiv doors are the best rewards in the game and have stuff you can't do without. Really, really good stuff, but you have to have a unused shiv. So even after you upgrade your shivs, so they give you, like, you can get shivs like one used, you can upgrade 2, 3, it has to be unused shiv. So you should always have at least one shiv in your possession at any given moment, so you can open the shiv doors. Especially if you try to get the trophy, platinum trophy, and get 100%, which I already have the platinum for this game. Because they were part of getting 100%.
There you go.
And the best rewards in the entire game are found in shiv doors. Yeah, so I just got like 30 scrap, which when you consider up until this point you only had 40, yeah, that's a lot of scrap. And of course the shiv doors get better as you progress. And in fact, some of the highest tools in the game are behind shiv doors, so like, in order to upgrade your weapons to the max level, you need a certain level of tools. And I think tools 4 and 5 are behind shiv doors, so you literally can't max out any of your weapons unless you are opening the shiv doors. Anyway,
Let's get the hell out of here.
I'll be able to show you what I was talking about here soon. An exploit. That's well, I wouldn't really say it like that, but yeah.
Up there.
Just see if there's a way through. All right, kid, you're up.
Come on. You got it. Okay. Come on, big guy. Let's go.
Go.
So, in the original game, you need a shiv to take down a clicker, or 2 headshots, or a whole melee weapon, a whole blunt melee weapon. Like, later on you get sharp melee weapons, but you'd have to use the whole thing. However, there's an exploit. If you hit a clicker with a brick or a bottle, and then you hit them with a melee weapon, you can take them out with one hit. Even if it's not like a traditional one-hit kill thing. So even though I've got like the lowest grade melee weapon, just a plank, if I hit the clicker with a bottle or a brick, and then I hit it, I can take it out instantly, and it's the easiest way to take out a clicker. And that was originally not in the remake, because I think it was due to a quirk in the engine, and they brought it back through a patch because people were, like speedrunners used it. So props on Naughty Dog for doing that. See? Easiest, quickest way to take down a clicker. Plus, there's bottles right there, so you can get rid of your throwable and then pick up another one. Candy bar here. And also, you want to try to be very thorough for scrap. Even if you get all the scrap in this game that's available, you can only do about half of all the weapon upgrades. You have to do New Game Plus to max out all the weapons. So in the original game, you have to be very sparing about what upgrades you make, and you need to look for all the scrap you can find. I honestly know where most of the scrap is in this game offhand.
I think that's it. Ellie, you okay?
Other than shitting my pants, I'm fine.
I love Ellie.
Let's go.
The stairwell's blocked. Should we go back up?
He's like, are you okay? You mean other than shitting my pants?
There you go, ladies.
All right. Come on.
This is crazy.
Just don't look down.
Are you serious? General platforms exposed.
And yeah, I would be nervous as shit doing this. I'm not good with heights. Especially not on a rickety-ass fucking platform like this, man.
Come on, Ellie. Yeah.
Thankfully, those cords are a lot more durable than most people give them credit for.
Just don't look down.
You're okay. We got a way through.
Oh. I'm gonna swap that out. This is where we get the Magnum, or not the Magnum, sorry, the revolver. This is Joel's canonical weapon.
Stay with the girl.
He has this in the cover of both games, and this is one of the only weapons that's confirmed story-wise that he has. And fun fact, they actually use this to establish continuity between the games. So, in the original Last of Us, none of the weapon upgrades changed the appearance of the weapon. And then Last of Us 2, they made it so the weapon upgrades changed the appearance of the weapon. And they went back in the remake and they added that for the remake. So now all the weapon upgrades, you actually see him making the upgrades, using tools, pulling parts off, putting parts on. It's fucking awesome. There's actually probably some of the best weapon upgrades you'll ever see, because you actually see Joel have a toolkit, pull out the tools, pull out the barrel, put it on. It's like gun porn. But actually, this revolver is the same revolver that Ellie gets in Last of Us 2. After Joel dies, she finds it in his stuff, and they literally made it so that the revolver, when you find it in this game, is rough, but after you max it out, it looks like the revolver in The Last of Us 2. So, like, the revolver you start with in The Last of Us 2 has all of the upgrades that this one did in this game. So, and then Ellie can further upgrade it. So it's literally like that you carry this weapon across 2 different games and upgrade it throughout the course of both games, which is really fucking cool. Because, like, if you upgrade the reload speed, he puts in a barrel that you see on it, and if you upgrade, it has a crappy kind of wooden stock. And if you upgrade, I forget, the stability, I think, he pulls off the wooden stock and puts a black plastic stock, and that's the stock it has when Ellie gets it. So they basically made this one gun consistent across both games, where you have a weapon that 2 characters have used, and each character upgrades it in their own way. And that's a really cool continuity touch that they made in this game that wasn't in the original, that I really fucking appreciate. Having, like, a weapon carry across games and characters. And Ellie adds a longer barrel to it and a speed reloader. And a metal stock. So you can kind of see the revolver getting better and better as you go. Yeah. We have... There's two... I think there's 2 clickers in this room and a bunch of runners. Yeah, the clickers are farther back, I think. Yeah, there's a clicker right there, and then I think there's another clicker back there. If I'm not mistaken. We're going to try to save clicker for last. So if I don't have to waste a shiv on that fucker, I won't. Until I can hit it with the brick. There's a clicker or a runner in a back room right here that you can take out pretty easily. And I would recommend that since it's kind of self-contained. But it will come running out if it hears the others. And ideally, we would take out everybody else first so that we could just hit the clicker with the brick and then hit him with the wooden plank. Oh shit, there's one more back there. Bitch. Is that everybody? Okay. And I could freely get rid... I could freely get rid of my,
Christ, Joel.
Let's just get out of here.
I could freely get rid of my wooden plank because they have a pipe here, which is an overall upgrade that has twice as many hits. The pipe is the best melee weapon you're going to get in the first half of the game before they start giving you the like axes, machetes that can take out an individual enemy with each hit. So, for the first half of the game, the fucking metal pipe is your workhorse. And I managed to take out that whole horde without firing a shot, so leaves me with plenty of revolver ammo to spare.
Tess, go.
All right, hold on. Here, this'll work.
See? Doing all right?
Here, patch yourself up.
Oh, she handed me more supplies, that's cool. I kind of miss the actress for Marlene. I'm sorry, Tess.
Let's get to it. You get through here.
The actual actress for Tess died from cancer a few years ago. She's really young, too. It's a shame. She was in a couple of movies, a couple of stuff like that, but never anything huge, and never, I don't think she was in a whole lot of games after The Last of Us, and it's a shame because she's a great character, and not only that, but Tess is an awesome character in this game. I would have loved to see the actress play more roles.
After we get back, we can take it easy for a little while.
You want to take it easy.
Hey, you're the one always going on about laying low.
And you always brush me off.
Well, I won't this time.
I believe it when I see it. Through here.
There's also some hidden scrap and shit you can get here, which I'll point out. Well, it's after you come out of here.
Joe, over here. Look at his sleeve. Firefly.
Yep. These guys aren't doing well in or out of the city. Let's hope there's someone alive to meet us at the drop-off.
It's gonna be fine.
And here's your best friend, Molotov cocktail, baby. And it is your best friend for clickers for most of the game. But they actually deliberately made it so you need the same materials to make a Molotov as you do a health kit.
They're from the quarantine zone.
See? They're not our guys.
Wait a second. I'll also be able to show you some really cool stuff that they changed in this game with saves in the remake. Because the first save is coming up. Once again, you want to get all the saves. Not only do you get trophies, but they give you fucking mass supplies.
Over there. See him?
Shit. God, we're almost out. Okay, Joel, you take point. I'll watch the rear. Ellie, no matter what, you stay right on his heels.
Sure.
You stay sharp.
I got it.
And you want to get as many of these fuckers as you can. There's like 3 clickers here. 4, maybe? Ah, shit. My bad. See? There's a runner. Fuck. Yeah, I'm trying to do it in a specific way to save the most amount of supplies. Give me a second. And we throw one more. Come on. Oh, look at that. That's fucking beautiful. I think I got them all. All the clickers anyway. Or most of them. I think there's one more. Okay, one more. That's 1, 2, 3. 3 clickers and 1 runner. And oh, no, wait. 4 clickers and 1 runner and 1 Molotov. I fucking rule. Got them skills, son! And there's either another runner or another clicker in one of these buildings. Yep. There he is. Bitch. There's a safe. In the original game, you had to open safes. Oh, with the combination. You get the combination, you can open it. In this game, so you get it, you hit triangle. In this game, you actually have to manually input the combination. What's great is you can actually listen for the click to open the safe. Not only that, but they actually added, that was in Last of Us 2, they actually added where you can feel the different tumbler when it gets to the right combination. So hold on, let me save. Make sure I don't fuck this up. You can actually feel in the controller. Oh yeah! Open it without even seeing the fucking code. From feeling the tumblers in the controller. First of all, skills for me for being able to discern that. Second of all, props to Naughty Dog for making that a fucking thing where you can actually feel the tumblers in the controller. I think there's one of these things as a Molotov cocktail. I still need to find the note explaining about it, though. I think it's here. Yep. Derek at the bookstore is letting us use a safe when you close tonight. Not my. When you close tonight, put my stuff in there. 343.78. There's is that a runner? I'm pretty sure I have more ammo. Nice. Pretty sure one of these has a Molotov cocktail in it. One of these drawer cabinets. I remember there being one, and it being a freebie that's very useful. Yeah, and there's one more clicker right there. And it's a really good indicator of this game that how throwables have so many uses. Something as simple as a bottle. Which, fun fact, you can actually even equip a melee weapon. You can equip a melee weapon and then hit an enemy with it, like, directly in melee. Although that takes more uses, it's still cool. Let me look around here again real quick. Yeah, see, there's some more supplies. I'm certain that one of these things had a Molotov in it. One of the cabinets, one of the blue cabinets. I want to double check that because you don't want to leave any Molotovs behind. So, you know, it takes a lot of supplies to make one. So getting one for free is a big deal. Yeah, I don't need a hint of where to go, game. I know, okay? Oh, being thorough, bro. There's a shiv. I could have used that, but, you know, I didn't. It also can depend on the difficulty, how well you're doing. I don't know, well, I can still craft a Molotov anyway. In fact, I think I'm gonna craft 2. So I already have 3 first aid kits. I'm at full health. So I can't even make any more first aid kits, but I can definitely use a fucking Molotov. Like I said, until later in the game when you get the flamethrower, which is like very late in the game, the fucking Molotov cocktail is your best friend.
Get up here.
And honestly, it's Molotov cocktails are reliable all the way through the game.
We actually made it.
Everyone okay?
Yes. Let's move.
You guys are pretty good at this stuff.
It's called luck. And it is gonna run out.
And we're in the museum, which is a real museum, by the way. Still actually open in real life.
Where we going, Tess?
Capitol building's in this direction.
And I will also show you, you'll see, there's a surprise where you get jumped by like 4 runners when you try to move something. And you can deal with it really easily by throwing a bottle in there to distract them and then hitting them with a Molotov. Where normally you'd have to deal with 4 runners in close proximity. Beautiful building. Like I said, I really like the Last of Us vision of the apocalypse. And normally you go this way and come in and try to move something and get ambushed. Instead, you go this way. Like I said, like my knowledge of this game is fucking immense. I'm sorry, 3 runners, my bad. Sweet. Okay, I can't.
All right.
Those look more like the ones that bit me. They still have their faces.
They're recently infected. Those soldiers must have just turned.
Which means there's more in the area. We gotta go.
We'll get up over this truck. Let's see what we can find.
What we can find. Yeah. You're welcome to push this heavy fucking thing. Yes, be my guest, bro. And we're also about to find the first upgrade table in the game, but other than getting it, they count as a collectible. Other than getting the upgrade table, I wouldn't actually do any upgrades here, because you have very little tools, and the handguns aren't worth upgrading, in my opinion. I save all my scrap for Chapter 3.
Come on up.
You get the shotgun and the bow, which are worth upgrading. The bow, especially, is your bread and fucking butter in this game. But you will want to turn around right here, because there's scrap hidden in the truck that most people miss. And a note. The Center for Disease Control produces pamphlet on cordyceps brain infection, CBI, to increase awareness and prevention of infection. The cordyceps mushroom is a parasitic fungi that can take over a host mind and alter its behavior. Until recently, it has only infected insects and some arthropods. A new species has emerged with the ability to target human hosts. The 2 known ways to contract CBR: breathing the spores emitted by the cordyceps, contact with bodily fluids of a person infected with CBI, usually by being bitten. And see, that's why the show is also fucking dumb. Because one of the things that's so scary about this game is this is based on real thing. The cordyceps is a real parasitic fungi that spreads through ants and other insects and takes control of them. And they get all fungus headed up, and they operate exactly like clickers do in this game with echolocation. The only thing is, they can't deal with people with higher body temperatures. Cordyceps can't take over humans because our body temperature is too hot for the fungi. It burns it off. So we could be exposed to cordyceps, and it wouldn't do anything to us. But so the science of this game is like, what if it could? What if it evolved to be able to take over humans? But it comes from a real thing, and even the way it spreads is the way that cordyceps spreads. Ants step on infected mushrooms, release the spores, they breathe it in, they're done. And it's a sentient fungus. The show made it so that you got sick from tendrils from the fungus. That's not how that fucking works. And then they decided to make it back to spores again in season 2, which, 1, it wouldn't change like that. And 2, like I said, why would... That's what I'm talking about with the show, dude. Everyone is like, oh, the second season of The Last of Us sucked. The first season fucking sucked. It's just that the first season was mediocre, and the second season was fucking terrible. Like, if you actually play the fucking games, which most of the people that watch the show didn't play the games, actually. If you actually watch the fucking show, the first season is passable at best, and people are like, well, this is one of the best video game adaptations. The bar for that is so fucking low that, yeah, it is one of the better video game adaptations, but that still isn't saying very much. But the whole point is, the first season is mid as shit. It is, at its best, the game, but worse. Because Bella Ramsey fucking sucks as Ellie. And everybody makes fun of her appearance and say she looks like she has fetal alcohol syndrome. But the truth of the matter is, I don't care about that. I mean, she doesn't look like Ellie. But I could forgive all of that if she actually acted. Every fucking line that Bella Ramsey delivers in that show is delivered with the emotion of a wet fart. She has no emotion. She acts like she was trying to play Joel. So there are times in the show, in the first season, where they will literally replicate the scenes from the game with the exact camera angles and the exact same dialogue, but the same scenes will fall flat in the show because her performance fucking sucks. And literally, all the other characters in this game are ancillary. This game's about Joel, and it's about Ellie. So when one of your two leads fucking sucks, it ruins it. And that's what I'm saying, like, and then at its worst, they make so many needless changes to the game that just make no fucking sense. This game came out in 2013. And then the game starts in the year that it was released, the Outbreak with Joel. So it then jumps ahead 20 years. So this game takes place in 2033. For some reason that I don't understand, maybe they could put it in the current year, they make it so that the apocalypse happens 10 years sooner in The Last of Us show. It happens in 2003. First of all, why even make that change? Second of all, it actually creates fucking continuity errors in the show. The song that Joel sings to Ellie that becomes his titular moment in the second game, one of the best parts of the second game, is Pearl Jam's song called Our Future Days. That song came out in 2013. In like the start of the year. So it's kind of plausible that Joel would see the song and he likes Pearl Jam and then sing it to his daughter. But it creates a massive continuity error. It's like, how do they know this fucking song? And that wouldn't happen if you didn't needlessly change the timeline. And they were just like, well, we didn't care if it was a continuity error because the song is important to the game. But yeah, you're right. In that decision, you made the right decision. But you wouldn't have had to make that decision if you didn't weirdly mess with the fucking timeline. Or like, Sam, hold on, what is his name? Sam, and Riley. Sam and Riley. No, not Sam and Riley. Fuck me. Sam, it'll come to me, but the two kids, the two black people that they meet that help them out in Pittsburgh, I really like their roles. And, God, it's killing me. I'll have to look up their name here in a second, the other one. They had the perfect ending to their story. And not only that, but the guy who played Sam in this game went on to be Miles Morales in the PlayStation games, which is really cool. He kept it in the family, in the Sony family. His name is Nadaj Peterson. And yeah, he played Sam as a kid and then played Miles Morales in all the games. Because he was like 10 when they made the game. He actually was a kid. He was the only kid that was actually involved with The Last of Us. Because Ellie, oh, I can't remember the name of the girl that plays Ellie. It'll come to me. But the chick that plays Ellie was actually like 25 when she did the role. She just convincingly played a teenager. So the only actual kid in the production was Nadaj Peterson. Or Nadji Peterson. It's Nadji. Nadji or Nadji. I don't want to. If I'm saying it wrong, but that's his name, and he did a great job. So their story was perfect in the game, and it's one of the things that pushes Joel and Ellie farther apart because he's afraid of losing her. It's when he realizes he actually cares about Ellie, and it's also what pulls them together. But they have this whole detour where they go to Kansas City in the show, and they're chased by this vengeful army colonel, and the army colonel kills Sam and his brother. And it's like, what? Why the fuck did you need to add that? This whole fucking massive detour when it was perfect the way that it was. Or they have an entire episode dedicated to Bill's fucking love story, which don't even get me started on it. And no, I have no problem with Bill being gay. I've said this before. He was always gay. It was never quiet about him being gay. Okay, he says he's my partner. Bill and Frank. But the whole point about Bill was he was supposed to be a paranoid loner. And if you literally look through the making of The Last of Us and read the concept art, the goal for Bill was to show what would happen to Joel if he completely gave up on humanity. Because for most of Joel's life, he's pushed a lot of humanity away. And Bill is supposed to be the cautionary tale of what would happen if Joel completely pushed everyone out of his life. That he'd be sitting there paranoid and alone. So the whole point of Bill is that he had a man that loved him, but his rampant paranoia was so bad that he pushed away the only person that loved him, which is kind of a parallel to Joel, where if Joel keeps Ellie at arm's length, he's going to lose her. So I don't give a fuck that he's gay in the show, because every time you criticize Bill, it's, oh, they missed the whole point of his story. The whole point is that Bill had somebody that loved him, and he pushed him away. So he ended up by himself, alone. With nobody to talk to, talking to himself. So they could have done a whole episode with Bill and Frank. And showed them meeting and their love story, and then showing Bill and Frank pulling apart. And I would have been okay with that, because that's what happens in the game. And they could have shown that he did love Frank. But instead, they turned it into this whole mushy fucking thing. Where they have a relationship, and they make strawberries, and then he puts them down, and they have a great, gay life. Which is cool. Once again, it's not the gayness that's the problem. It's the fact that they completely fucking ruin Bill's character arc. He was always gay. But the whole point is, he wound up alone because he pushed people away. And it's like, this is what's going to happen to you, Joel, if you keep everyone out. It's a glimpse of what Joel would be like if he had no one. So, they just totally missed the fucking point. Because I guess they didn't want to show a negative gay relationship. I guess they were afraid that if they showed a negative gay relationship, that somebody might be mad. But, oh, yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, just the show just made so many fucking changes that just weren't needed, man. That just didn't make any fucking sense. That were just fucking dumb. And I don't even know what they're doing, dude. I think they set themselves up for failure, and I think that the show got progressively worse. They started making more changes in The Last of Us 2. And see, The Last of Us 2, I have mixed feelings about. I will not say that I think the story in The Last of Us 2 is bad, because I don't. I think that it's flawed. With The Last of Us 1, they went for a tried and true execution, but they did it incredibly well. The concept of a older mentor character taking on a strappy young protege has been done to death in cowboy stories and other apocalyptic things. So the idea that they had for Joel and Ellie had been done to death, but it was the incredible execution that nailed it. So they had a simple idea, but they did it better than anyone else. And put a unique spins on it. Same with the clickers. By this point in 2013, we were in the middle of the zombie hype. Everything was zombie. Like, we still have zombie stuff now, but goddamn, back in 2000. I'm gonna say from 2007 to 2015, 2016, zombie fucking shit was everywhere. Walking Dead was at its peak. And I mean, The Walking Dead is still popular now, but I mean, it was a cultural icon. Everybody's like, "Have you seen The Walking Dead?" Left 4 Dead, Call of Duty Zombies, so many, even the zombie. At this point, when The Last of Us came out, zombies had already been done to fucking death, but it was an incredibly unique spin on an idea. So they did something that was simple, but their execution was legendary. With The Last of Us 2, they tried to do something a lot more complicated, trying to show two different sides to a story and not make anybody the hero or the villain, to show that the whole message of The Last of Us 2 is everybody's the hero of their own story, and to give each character their own cast of characters and have them overlap and cross-weave is something that not a lot of games have done. You might have games that have a good and evil campaign, but that's the thing, it's good or evil. It's not Shades of Grey, like that game tried to do, and they don't have them overlapping in the same space usually. So they tried to do something very complicated. And on top of which, the time period of The Last of Us 2 is also ambitious in that it takes place, 80% of the game takes place over 3 days, but also it has a shit ton of flashbacks taking place over 5 years. So we tried to not only have 2 different casts of characters, big casts of characters, but we had them overlapping, and we had, over a 3-day period, we also had plenty of flashbacks. So The Last of Us 2 is a game that simultaneously takes place over a short span and a long span. Because, like, the bulk of the actual main game takes place over 3 days, but then they have a shit ton of flashbacks taking place before, and then they jump ahead, like, 2 years at the end. So it actually winds up covering, like, 7 years. Whereas the first game only covered 1 year overall. So they tried to do something really complicated with The Last of Us 2. And when it's good, but then they made some really sloppy decisions in The Last of Us 2. There were characters that didn't get enough chance to shine. They had an incredibly awesome villain in Isaac, and he's played by Jeffrey Wright. A great actor. I love Jeffrey Wright as an actor. And he's barely in the game. He has maybe 3 scenes and he gets shot. And then there'd be a moment where it's like, okay, this writing is really contrived. So they had the incredible benefit of the show with Season 2 to unfuck the messes. Because number one, hold on a second. Okay. God in heaven, bow between, sorry, give me a second, my OCD. I gotta do my ritual real quick. God in heaven, bow between God in heaven and only God in heaven, not quote or slang for anyone else, just God in heaven and Jesus. Please listen to my words and intentions and not my thoughts. Do me 4 favors. 1, please forgive me for doing sin deals with drink. Please do sin deals, make safe drink, any sorts of concern, dead man. 2, please let me do the show ethics words. So now 3, listen to me, 4, listen to me again. Sorry. He also kind of do my sins and deals and doom. I get hit by anxiety. So they had the benefit in the show of hindsight. They had a lot more time for the storytelling because the show is all story. So they had a lot of extra runtime for the story. And they had the ability to look at the parts of the game that were weak and correct them. And they fucking didn't. The only thing that they did in the second season of The Last of Us that I will commend is they got Jeffrey Wright back to play Isaac. And they modeled his character appearance off of his character, so it was a natural fit. He looks like the character. And he got more screen time. And actually got to show his backstory and stuff, which is good. He was a great villain. He was just comically underused in the game. And it's like you went to the effort of getting this massive actor, because he was a well-known actor. He was in Westworld. And blowing up in Westworld, so he wasn't an unknown actor, and you used him for like 5 minutes. It's weird. Especially because Last of Us doesn't normally go for big Hollywood actors. So that's the only good decision that the second season of the show made, was actually giving him backstory and picking the original guy who played him. But all the other fucking problems of the story where it's like, oh, this isn't well written, oh, this is sloppy, they didn't fix. And Bella Ramsey was always bad for Ellie, but she was even worse for Ellie because... And I'm just giving you them bagels. Okay. Sorry. Bella Ramsey is actually like 25. And she looks perpetually young. So she was like 21 when they picked her for the show. And she was able, say what you will of her acting. Okay, I think it's shit. But she was able to convincingly look like a 14-year-old girl. But the problem is, she had already gone through puberty. So that becomes a problem in Season 2 when it's just supposed to jump ahead 5 years. And if you look at The Last of Us 1 and then The Last of Us 2, Ellie undergoes a vast transformation between the 2 games because those are puberty years. Any girl would change a shit ton from 14 to 18. Actually, I think she's 19 in The Last of Us 2. She goes through a huge thing, and she grows up. But Bella Ramsey obviously couldn't because her balls had already dropped, so to speak. So, in order to compensate for the fact that she doesn't look like she's an adult now, they made all of her other actors like, what's her name? Fuck. The love interest of Ellie in The Last of Us 2. Oh man, I actually liked her character. It'll come to me. But they made everyone else around Ellie look perpetually young too. So for Ellie's side of the story, it's like watching a bunch of kids in their adults' clothing, like a bunch of preteens that pretending to be adults, and she's wearing the older Ellie's clothes, but she looks like a kid still. So it's like she's playing dress up, man. And that was the problem. And now they're saying, that they're gonna do. They split the second game up into 3 seasons or 2 seasons. They said they were gonna do 3. Then I think they said the third season will be the last for the second game because, the ratings plummeted. They dropped off insane, and they're probably gonna drop off even more. Honestly, every single episode of The Last of Us show progressed in ratings. It was one of the only shows that did that. Most shows have a very strong showing, and then they drop off ratings. It's not surprising to lose like 50% of your audience in the second episode, because with the first episode, you had the networks building hype for months, and then the second episode, only people that like the show. That's normal. Everybody's going to check out the first episode to see what the fuss is about, and then only the people that really liked it will come back. So you normally see a drop-off, but that's to be expected. Every single episode of The Last of Us show had higher ratings than one before. And that continued up until season 2, so they actually had a whole season with higher viewership. That was super impressive. Say what you want to about the show, most shows don't do that. And even into season 2, the first 2 episodes of season 2 had higher viewership. They killed Joel off literally the next episode. They lost 50% of their viewership instantly in one episode. And then it plummeted for the rest of the season. And that, I thought that the good thing to do would be to have Abby and Ellie's story take place at the same time in the show, not have it go for Ellie then Abby, because their stories take place at the same time. And they already ruined the surprise. Okay, you're supposed to play through Ellie's campaign, then you're supposed to find out why Abby was so upset. And it's like, oh, I understand now. But in the show, they already showed you from the very beginning who Abby's dad was. So you already know there's no mystery with Abby's story. So I thought with them already giving away the mystery and all that, they would just have the show overlap and the show, have some Ellie, some Abby, some Ellie. But no, they still chose to do it the way the game did it. They have it be Ellie and Abby. And now people know that. And people still don't like fucking Abby. So the third season is just going to be fucking Abby. And it's like, you thought the ratings were bad before. Oh boy. Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah, I went into a thing. I'm just really, really passionate about The Last of Us, one of my favorite games of all time, and I just hate to see what the fucking show did to it. And then most of the people who sit there and say, oh my god, the show was great, never even played the game, so it's like, I don't care about your opinion, actually. Hold on. Stage 1. Incubation. After initial infection, the parasite travels to the host brain over a period of 1 to 2 days. Everybody turns over 2 days. The incubation includes when the cordyceps taken over all major bodily functions of the host. Stage 1 patients display erratic and violent behavior, lashing out at anyone around them. Eventually, the fungus pushes through the host tissue to allow for the release of airborne spores. Treatment. There is no vaccine for CBI, nor any known treatment to lengthen the incubation period. CBI can be diagnosed using a blood or microscopic imaging test, usually administered against the ear. Within minutes of contraction, the results of this test will come out positive. And they just fucked it up, or like the Capitol building. So, they were talking about the show, and they said, well, they said the game has to keep people entertained. So we have action in the game. We're not going to have as much action in the show because we don't need to keep the player entertained with action. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. You need a lot more random grunts and shit to fight in the show, or in the game that you wouldn't need in the show. I'm with you on that. But they said, so we don't need all that gamey action. They fucking blow up the Capitol building. In the original game, the Federal agents raid the building. Tess dies quietly in a standoff because she doesn't want to turn into a clicker or infected. And then you attack people at the Capitol building. So Then they decide to make it less gamey by blowing up the building? There's so much video game shit you could have done! What? And I'm like, well, who needed that? That's what I'm saying. Like, who needed a massive explosion in the Capitol building? That's like, that is just so unnecessary. And so much about that show was just like, why did we need to do this? Everybody like, anybody tried to come up and be like, hey, should I watch the show?
Yeah, that worked out great.
No, play the game.
Sorry, I'm just saying.
The show at its best is just the game, but worse.
What? I don't hear anything.
Okay, double time.
I know.
You got something on your shoe. Gross.
Okay, how do we get out of this place?
Let's find out.
And then there's the first workbench, which we have to at least check out because it counts for completion.
Well, that's what she believes.
Well, how were you bitten? I mean, you must have been somewhere you shouldn't to find an infected in the zone.
Yeah, I'd sneak out. I was in this military boarding school.
You'd sneak out?
You know, explore the city. I was in the mall when I ran into infected.
That place is completely off limits. How the hell did you get in there?
Runners bit me, and that was that.
I see. Were you with Marlene when you were bitten?
No. I went to her for help afterwards.
Knowing her, I'm surprised she didn't shoot you.
She almost did. Hope she's all right.
I told you. She's gonna be fine.
This is a good spot.
See, all you can do is upgrade the pistols. And they're not really worth upgrading, in my opinion. And then you can't even make any meaningful upgrades to pistols, so I just get the table. So it's logged. You need it for, you need to find all the tables for a trophy. And then I just move the fuck on. I save all my parts until Chapter 3, and you actually get weapons that are worth doing. We also find the second ship door around here. A little bit further on, anyway. This is also where Ellie knocks over the vase, which I think is funny. Classic kid move.
Shit! Sorry! Sorry, that was me.
Tess.
Sorry.
Come on, stay close to me.
And now this is one of the things I actually missed when I first played this game. You actually have to hop up here and shimmy across to find a firefly pin, and I never saw that when I first played this game until I got a guide, because it doesn't even look like somewhere you can climb up. Some of these pendants are really, really, really well fucking hidden, man. And there's actually another part I'll also show you with the shimmy.
hundreds of years old.
Really? Wow.
No. Here's where everything goes fucking tits up, too.
All right, watch your head. All right, go, go, go. I'm alive. I'll make my way around.
Look, they're here!
Tess?
Run! Run!
Tess.
And take out one of these with the... I take out one of these with the brick. And a melee hit, and then I'm going to hit another one with the pistol. I want to use another shiv. And now I'm going to grab this, because it has 4 hits and my pipe has 3. There's also a really easy area to miss a shiv door. You can't go forward, you lose your chance. Grab the bottle, so I have a throwable.
Tess. Shit.
And here, yep, second shiv door. Supplements, scrap, good amount too. How much scrap? The first thing you want to do is get the weapon sway. There's 2 levels of weapon sway. And when you first start the game, the weapon sway is really bad. which you watch, I'm not moving. And it's like you do a very rough V. So you may be tempted, and that's for all weapons, you may be tempted to like get extra health or whatever, but I always tell everyone, the first thing you should do is get the weapon sway. It's only 50, and it literally, that one upgrade cuts your weapon sway down by half, by 50%. Now look. How much more accurate that is. And then it cuts it down to 0 with the maximum upgrade. That one upgrade, though, makes such a fucking difference in aiming, man. And in this game, you need to make precise shots. Right here is where Tess gets bitten. She's being bitten as Joel finds her. See, she's being bitten right there. Guy bit her right there. And she did it to save Ellie.
Guys, get in here! The girl!
Fuck. And I think a clicker comes through.
I was too damn close.
He's a first aid kit. I got some wounds. Make another one. I'm maxed out. And there's an optional conversation you can miss here. No. Fuck.
I was too damn close.
Oh, shit.
Tess, how are you holding up?
Just a bit winded. Look, this way. This will get us to the roof.
How about you, kid? You okay?
Define okay.
Are you still breathing?
Do small panic breaths count?
Yeah, they count.
Right. I'm okay.
Other conversation. Do small panic breaths count? And this next part that's coming up is one of my favorite parts in this game, actually. You see the Capitol building. You see, for the first time, Joel starting to show affection. And then after spending so long in the dark, you have beautiful, bright, vivid sunlight for the last part of this chapter. And they do a perfect job of showing our world but changed. You see the Capitol building, very real, very famous landmark, but flooded and overgrown. But it's actually kind of beautiful in how it's flooded and overgrown. And like I said, after walking around in the rain, in the dark, seeing the fucking bright sun, the plants, shrubbery, gives you a brief moment to breathe before shit gets real once you get in the Capitol building. It's a good picture.
We gotta find a way across. There she is. That's our building.
They actually originally planned for Tess to be the main villain of the game and to track Joel all the way across the country, and decided to change that. The game actually went through quite a bunch of different phases in story and production. Actually, glad they didn't do that with Tess, because that just kind of would have been generic.
Now watch your step as you're going out, because it's going to be a little... So is that everything you hoped for?
Jury's still out. But man, can't deny that view.
Come on, this way.
And you see the first time that Joel actually starts to like Ellie and care about her, right there.
Let's pick it up. Look, we're almost done. Stay focused.
Yes, ma'am.
So, like, the shift is it's such a good shift, showing how bright and sunny it is here, as well as show you how far you came. This whole chapter, you've seen the Capitol building in the distance. And also, you get the first truly good gun. The pistol in this game is okay, but you get the, like, oh man gun, the rifle, which is your mainstay, and hits like a fucking truck. And I just have an affinity for the bolt-action rifle. It was the workhorse of World War II. So you finally actually get, like, a good weapon. And the lighting, both in this game and the remake, was standout. Because there's very few bits of electricity in this game, they had to make the natural lighting stand out. And they did. And Last of Us is a game that was almost tailor-made for fucking HDR. And this chapter really showcases the lighting, especially once you go in the Capitol building, it's dark, but you see the sunlight poking through.
Look at this.
Orders: patrol the rendezvous area, ensure no military presence before moving the girl.
What if we get there and they're all dead?
They won't be.
But how do you know?
I just do. Look, it's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Orders: patrol the rendezvous area. Ensure no military presence before removing the girl to the next safe house. Make sure the girl is well fed and in good health. Her safety is the utmost importance. And you get that a hint that about Tess as well. She says, it'll be fine. It has to be, because she's desperate, because she knows she's fucked.
Up and over.
And they have a weird fucking scene. God, that's so beautiful. This whole scene, this whole scene is amazing. You have the Capitol building, but it's flooded and overgrown, but it's beautiful, and then it's flooded and overgrown. You have the bright light, sunlight. When I think about this game, this is one of the things I think about, running in the garden next to the Capitol building. And, like, really, after coming out of most of Chapter 2 is at nighttime, so it feels so refreshing.
Out there, I can't swim.
Look, it looks like it's shallow on the right side. Follow me.
I mean, fuck, the graphics are so good here. And lighting, man, so great. You can see mist above the
I'm
water.
glad Marlene hired you guys.
What do you mean?
I know you guys are getting paid for this, but I'm trying to save things.
Yeah, sure thing.
The atmosphere is just incredible. And that's the thing. That's so good about The Last of Us. It's the beauty and the devastation. That's what it did unique. And this shows it amazingly. And they did almost one-to-one detail on this building. There's also a firefly pendant in this gazebo. And just the atmosphere, man, is just fucking immaculate. And it's this one moment. And also, like I said, at the very start of chapter 1, you can see these buildings in the distance. And then you get there in the middle of chapter 2. And so you see it, you get closer, till you're in the building, and now you can see it on the outside. So you really get a sense of how far you've come from where you started in Boston. The first 3 chapters of this game are in Massachusetts. First 2 chapters are in Boston, and then I think it's Lincoln, Massachusetts. It's a small town in chapter 3. And after that, you go to Pittsburgh. This game goes all the way across the American South. If I'm not mistaken. So chapter 1 through 3 are in and around Massachusetts. No, I'm sorry, hold on. The prologue is Texas. Suburbs of Austin, Texas. Chapter 1 and 2 are in and around Boston. Chapter 3 is in Lincoln, Massachusetts. Chapter 4 is in Pittsburgh. Chapter 5 is in the suburbs of Pittsburgh. Chapter 6 is in Wyoming. Chapter 7 is in Colorado at a fictional college university, but it's based on an actual college campus. Chapter 8 is also in Colorado at a lakeside resort. Chapter 9 is in Utah, and so is Chapter 10, and then you come back to Wyoming for the epilogue. So it's Texas, Massachusetts, Pittsburgh, Wyoming, Colorado, and Utah are in this game. And then Last of Us 2 is mostly in Utah. Not Utah, I'm sorry. Last of Us 2 is mostly in Seattle, with flashbacks to Utah, flashbacks to Wyoming, the start of the game in flashbacks, and then at the end it's in California. So this game actually covers a lot more areas. Even though Last of Us 2 is a much bigger game. Without a doubt, it's a much bigger game. I would say The Last of Us 2 is almost 3 times the size. Although I will say, you might think there would be less variety in the locations in The Last of Us 2 because of it being over less places, but no, they actually do a very great job of squeezing out an incredible amount of variety in Seattle, both because it's a city with a huge different amount of backgrounds, but also from where they've had like the Seraphites. You have the Seraphites taking over the island. They're basically living like fucking Mormons. And so the fucking Seraphite Islands like stepping back in 1807, and that was a really clever way to do that. And so they actually know they managed to fit a ton of variety. I never got sick of Seattle by the time I finished the second game. And then, like I said, right at the time when you're like, kind of do that, the final 2-3 hours and the last chapter are fucking California, so they radically shift at the end. So it's like it never overstays its welcome, even though you spend a lot more of the game in there. So props to them for that. They squeezed a lot of variety out of one setting. Plus, they alternate flashbacks. So it's like every time you might get bored of Seattle, oh, we're doing a flashback in Wyoming.
No. No.
What happens now?
What are you doing, Tess?
Maybe they had a map or something to tell us where they were going.
How far are we gonna take
As
this?
far as it needs to go. Where was this lab of theirs?
She never said. She only mentioned that it was someplace out west.
What are we doing here? This is not us.
What do you know about us? About me?
I know that you are smarter than this.
Really? Guess what? We're shitty people, Joel. It's been that way for a long time.
No, we are survivors.
This is our chance.
It is over, Tess! Now we tried. Let's just go home.
I'm not going anywhere. This is my last stop.
What?
Our luck had to run out sooner or later.
You going on?
No, don't! Don't touch me.
Holy shit. She's infected.
Joel,
Let me see.
I didn't mean for this.
Show it to me. Oh, Christ.
Oops, right? Give me your arm. This was 3 weeks. I was bitten an hour ago, and it's already worse. This is fucking real, Joel. You've got to get this girl to Tommy's. He used to run with this crew. He'll know where to go.
No. That was your crusade. I am not doing that.
Yes, you are. Look. There's enough here that you have to feel some sort of obligation to me, so you get her to Tommy's.
And this is where the game is so subtle, and it's the stillness of this moment that gets you, and they fuck it up.
You have to run.
And I'll explain here in a
Want
second.
us to just leave you here?
Yes.
There's no way
I will not turn into one of those things. Come on. Make this easy for me.
I can find.
No, just go! Just fucking go.
They could have...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this.
You see a painting of her face, the fear in her face, and then it goes to Joel, sitting there, turning around, putting his head in the door, and turning around. And there's something about the stillness of that it wasn't big, bombastic, bah, 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 go, and you see her getting shot down and right then and there, that there's just a moment where he realizes that she's dead, and he fucking turns his head, turns away, and takes a breath. Something about the stillness of that really fucking grips me, and it was lost in the show. And then he could have this moment where he's upset at Ellie. But she's just like, Joel, I'm sorry. And he says, don't. Come on. And you see, he promised her he's going to do it, so he's dead set in this moment. And then, after some silence and wandering the building, you hear the gunshots and see her body taken down. And that's not actually in a cutscene. You just see her body from the balcony. There's so many ways they could have done that. That was bombastic and over the top. And it's the subtlety, that deep breath before she gets shot, that really fucking grips you. And is all thrown out in the name of the show of, let's have an explosion in the Capitol building, bah! And let's have her make out with a clicker beforehand. Well, what the fuck was that? And Tess is a fucking G. And that scene also strikes home a lot more now, knowing that the actress who played Tess died from cancer a few years ago. And I think that was her last game role, so you're seeing her last
I
performance.
can't believe we did that.
Stop.
We just left her to die.
Stop. You stay close to me. We have to move.
Oh, man.
And now you see the light, and then you're in the dark hallways. They do a really good job of contrasting the sunlight. And there's some beautiful fucking lighting that spills over into the Capitol building.
Stairs. How do we get up from there?
So you can hear. And then you find out she killed 3 of them. So 4 of them ambushed her, and she got 3 of them. I was like, god damn. So she went out like a fucking G. I mean, they came at her. But the sunlight that filters through this area is so pretty. See, now you see.
Neutralized. She took out 2 of my men.
Oh, my God.
Copy that.
Tess.
You, take out the door. You, with me.
So you see her dead, and then you see 3 men, and you see him investigating the building. and they could have made that a cutscene, and they didn't.
We should move.
See, like this, the intense sunlight filtering in is gorgeous. It really showcases the contrast between the light and the shadow. Now we get the first real good gun. See the way the light hits and spills in through the corridor is beautiful.
Joel.
I got this. Stay with me, come on.
Holy shit.
And something that people pointed out, the carpets actually in this game have physics. You can actually see them being pushed down and meshed when you step on them. And a guy actually came out and said, yeah, he had a job to do carpets. This is the only game I've actually seen that actually has carpets be deformable and do that detail. It's crazy.
Too close.
Get him!
That went sloppier than I would have liked. But still, can't do everything perfect.
Come on.
Right behind you.
And that's pretty much the last place you can really do stealth here. Because this next, when you drop down to the bottom floor of the Capitol building, there's almost no way to do that entirely stealth, so you should just come out guns blazing, especially because you're in a wide hallway. Your biggest element, your biggest asset is having distance to hit them with the rifle. So if you wait until you get right up on stealth, you've lost a good advantage. So stealth isn't really a thing here, but like, see the light pouring in, man, it's just so pretty.
What are we doing? Joel, how are we gonna get out of here?
All right, we're gonna go through that hall. Stay down, I don't know how many
See, you
more
can see him deforming the carpet as he steps on it. It's crazy. See? There's so many. There's just no fucking way you're going to take them all in stealth in this area. There's nowhere to hide. So it's better just come out swinging.
on it!
Cover me. Moving up. I got you covered.
Man down! You piece of shit!
That was fucking close.
Make sure I get all the supplies from here. Swimming is another area where they really improved the remake. In the original game, this was the first Naughty Dog game where you could swim under the water. You could swim in Jak and Daxter. So you could really, really dive. And in Uncharted, you could only swim on the surface. But the animations are kind of jank. They completely overhauled the animation and shit for swimming in the remake, and it's a lot better. Like, it felt very stilted and clunky in the original game.
Stairs over there.
Stay low.
Following us.
Damn it.
There's a soldier over there.
Copy that.
How the hell are you breathing in this stuff?
I wasn't lying to you.
Did you spot him? No, the place is empty. I didn't see anything.
Search the area. Find them and get the hell out of here before any clickers show up. Who's there?
He's over here!
Man down!
Yeah, fuck. I can do better. Second. Oh, yeah. Saved after I killed a bot. Oh well. I'm still a little bit rusty. I haven't played this in a while. It's even in the subway. It's normally dark and dank. You have the light coming through in the nature. He says it's just a very unique aesthetic that this game has.
Hey, I can't swim.
We'll figure something out.
God, the way the lighting looks in this tunnel, man. Fuck me. So pretty. And see, the original swimming was incredibly clunky, and Joel turned like a tank, and the max swimming speed was slow. Now he swims way, way, way more naturally in the remake, and actually does a full paddle when you go to sprint underwater, or sprint in water. So there's actually a difference between his casual swimming and him full swimming, especially when it comes to dunking underwater.
Ellie?
They even redid the horseback riding. The horseback animations were okay, but they weren't anything special. They made the horseback animations a lot better in the remake. That's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, oh, they didn't change the gameplay at all. Yeah, they did. Okay, if you're expecting them to change all the levels, all the weapons, all the enemies, then no, they didn't. But like I said, every bit of the movement, every bit of the gunplay, every bit of the AI was rebuilt from scratch. So it is a noticeable difference. People don't seem to give that credit. Like I said, go swim in the remake and then swim in the original, and it will make it seem like you're swimming through fucking molasses.
Look, it still works.
Same for the horseback. The animations are totally rebuilt, and it feels 1,000 times smoother to swim, to run, to climb, to crawl, to fight in the remake. And I don't think people give it the credit. Your contact is named Frank. He's the guy on the outside I've been trading with. Let's into the Boston QZ, meet him in the Park Street exit of the subway station right by the Capitol building. Attached to his Visa and QZ papers. You like the handiwork? Be careful down there. Some of my other guys are reporting flickers and stalkers in the area. Where the hell is this guy? I've been waiting here for over 2 hours sweating bullets. I keep thinking I'm seeing something move in the shadows. Feels like a stalker's going to jump at me any second now. Give me another 15 minutes and I'm heading back. Yeah, unfortunately, you should have left right then and there.
You're not gonna leave me here, right?
Just stay put.
And you can find a bunch of supplies down here in a Firefly pendant. That's pretty much all the collectibles for this chapter. Billstown, the next chapter that's coming up, is one of my favorite parts in the game. And also benefited, it's one of the areas,
It's a dead end.
it's also one of the areas that benefited the most from the graphical overhaul in the remake.
There's a ladder. Maybe we can use that. Get on.
Really?
Ellie.
Okay. Be careful.
I got you. Let's get out of here.
Hey, look, about Tess. I don't even know what
Here's how this thing's gonna play out. You don't bring up Tess. Ever. Matter of fact, we just keep our histories to ourselves. Secondly, don't tell anybody about your condition. They think you're crazy and they'll try to kill you. And lastly, you do what I say when I say it. We clear?
Sure.
Repeat it.
What you say goes.
Good. Now there's a town a few miles north of here. There's a fella there that owes me some favors. Good chance he could get us a car.
Okay.
Let's get a move on.
It's the end of chapter 2. Now we get to one of my favorite chapters in the game.
And there we go.
Yeah, Lincoln, Massachusetts. And it really benefits from the extra graphics that they added in the remake.
Man.
What?
Nothing, it's just... I've never seen anything like this, that's all.
You mean the woods?
Yeah. Never walked in the woods. It's kind of cool.
And man, this looks so pretty.
Why don't you just take me back to Marlene?
If she was up to the task, why'd she drop you off on us?
Well, maybe she's better now.
Kid, I don't mean to upset you, but your friend's chances of survival weren't too high to begin with.
She's a lot tougher than you think.
It don't matter. Because I doubt I can get either one of us back into the city in one piece. Trust me. I wish there were some other option.
Hey, buddy.
So this chapter takes place at sunset, which I have a strong affinity for. We also get a chance to walk around, and there's actually a lot of stuff in this next section that's coming up here.
Whoa, look. Fireflies. I mean, real fireflies.
Yeah, I see that.
Sorry. I lost myself for a sec. What about this?
Yeah, not around here either.
And just like before, you see the church long before you actually get to it, which is a really great way to build up the distance and give you a sense of how far you came in the level. Oh, I love shit like that.
Hey, you, Bill?
Where do you usually live?
Huh? Different places.
You've never been here, have you?
I know this is where he lives, but no, I ain't never been here personally.
And that smoke, you think that's him?
Sure as hell better be.
Well, let's go check it out then.
All right, come on.
It's also where you get your first experience with making sharp weapons. Because, see, you go from no weapons to melee weapons, but they're blunt weapons, to getting sharp melee weapons, but it's a temporary fix to getting sharp melee weapons, machetes and axes by the end of the game.
I ain't breaking that. Come on, there's another way around here. Down here. Just watch your step. It's a good drop.
And it basically costs a shiv to make a melee weapon enhanced like that, but it also allows you to instantly kill an enemy in and out of combat, whereas a shiv can only be used if the enemy doesn't see you coming, so it's give or take. And they keep adding layers. And this is totally different than what Naughty Dog did. With Uncharted, you have weapons that are swapping in and out constantly. You know, you get a weapon and you only have 2 weapons, you switch it out. And in The Last of Us, to deal with the upgrading supplies and having to get toolkits, you actually build up a toolkit of weapons across the entire game. Oh, which was something that Naughty Dog hadn't really done before in that sense. Jack and actually, you got weapons throughout the game, but it wasn't like building up a whole arsenal. And there wasn't upgrading and managing and all that shit. Also, I would recommend you don't upgrade the holsters, because, okay, you can have one short gun, one long gun. Now, I would recommend that you get the long gun holster as soon as possible, because in the chapter that you can get it, you're going to have 3 melee, 3 long guns. You start out by chapter 3 with the rifle, obviously, and then you get the bow, and then you get the shotgun. So you have 3 different long guns that you're going to need. So having the ability to have like the bow and the shotgun, or the bow and the rifle, or the shotgun and the bow, is handy. But with pistols, you can technically also make the second holster for pistols early on. But there's no point. All you have is 2 different pistols at this point. That really you don't need to be swapping out, except occasionally when you run out of ammo for one, switch to the other, really. And you don't get any other weapons for the small gun holster until much later in Chapter 5. So 2 long-ass chapters from this one, you get the shorty, which is a really good gun, and then in Chapter 6, you get the fucking El Diablo. The Magnum. Then, that gives you a reason to have the shorty and a pistol. So I would recommend, when you first get to the workbench with Bill and get the shotgun, that you upgrade and give yourself a long holster, and then upgrade the shotgun and the rifle. and the bow. And that's why I also said that I saved, because you're going to have roughly 200-ish scrap if you've been getting all the scrap at this point. Because there's going to be a shiv door around here that we're going to get. So, you want to upgrade the bow, because the bow takes a while to draw back initially. Just making one upgrade to the bow allows you to pull it back a lot faster, which is good. And then you want to add the scope to the rifle, at the very least. Whereas I have an extra bullet for the handgun. It's not on the same level as adding the fucking scope, or greatly increasing the pull speed. Like I said, bow is your workhorse. It's the only silent projectile weapon in this game. And see, there's a clicker here. And another infected. So I use the melee upgrade on the first clicker, then I hit the second clicker with a bottle, and whack it. So we killed 2 clickers and only used the melee upgrade and 1 bottle. And so we still have a practically reconditioned weapon. And there's a brick right there, so now we replenish our throwable.
Through here.
There's also a couple of missable notes. After a certain point you cross the fence, you can't come back to get this stuff, so you want to be mindful of that. More pills.
Are you all right?
I'm trying to learn how to whistle.
You don't know how to whistle.
Well, does it sound like I know how to whistle?
Remind me, collect more pills, see if I can scrounge up some extra ammo. I have only 3 weeks until the next drop off with Tess. There's actually a few shiv doors, one of which I missed because it's almost at a point where you hit the point of no return in this chapter.
Shit. It's jammed from the other side.
Here, boost me up.
No, that's not such a good idea.
Well, I can't boost you up. How else are we gonna open it?
All right. Give me your foot. Now, just open it. Nothing else.
Sure thing.
Careful.
Okay. Let's see.
And this town square is like a little mini sandbox.
Good job.
Thank you.
There's quite a bit of optional areas to explore in this, and you can go in any direction, which I like. It kind of just lets you walk around the town center.
So let's see. We get a card from this buddy of yours. Then what?
Well, then we go find Tommy.
Marlene said he's your brother?
And more importantly, he was a firefly. He'd know where to take you.
Oh, okay.
He lives far from here, which is why we need the car.
Up here you can find some supplements and get a conversation with Joel and Ellie about gnomes.
Hey, look! Gnomes.
Yeah, those are gnomes.
Man, I had an art book filled with these. I always thought they were super cute. Not fairies, though. They creep me out.
All right, man.
And this is one of the better parts of the level design of this game, where they just have an open sandbox that lets you wander around, not open world, but not linear. And they actually made this a big point of the level design in the second game, which I approve. The second game isn't open world by any stretch, but it's much larger overall, and it's filled with a ton of mini sandboxes. You go through an area that'll let you roam around, explore, then you progress the plot, and you go into another area. So it's a series of mini sandboxes, and I actually prefer that over the hallway approach. It's one of my favorite things about the second game, because it's still linear. It still keeps you to the point. You're still moving towards something, but you're not just doing it in a narrow line. You have the room to look around and find side paths. And when it comes to enemy encounters, instead of doing it, oh, you have to do it this way, many times in Last of Us 2, you can skip enemy encounters or do them from multiple different directions. So from a story perspective, it allows you to actually wander around and kind of partake in the atmosphere. And from a gameplay perspective, it gives you more choices in how you approach each combat scenario, which is better designed overall. And they had some of these in this game like this that were really good, but there's a shit ton of them in the second game, and it's an improvement around the bend. There's some moments in the second game that are like, oh, run, 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 corridor. But for the most, in the sequel, it's a bunch of mini sandboxes. And I prefer it that way, actually. It's what we call wide linear. And I actually have a strong affinity for wide linear. If it's... It allows them to give you more space. You're still controlling, but you have more space in where you go and how you get there. Gives you more agency. And that's what people don't understand. There's degrees of linearity. Technically speaking, both The Last of Us and Call of Duty are both linear. But if you said that, you make it sound like they're both the same thing. Whereas Call of Duty campaigns are just literally moving forward in a straight line. You have almost no space to wander around ever. And Last of Us campaigns give you room to look around. There's degrees of linearity. I like this type of linearity over Call of Duty. Same with Halo or Doom. The levels were linear. You go through them in a linear order, but you have space, and there's highways and multiple routes through the map. I'll take that over a fucking hallway shootout any day of the week. They're so focused on the spectacle on Call of Duty. that they lose much of the agency. And it was detrimental to shooting as a whole, in my opinion. Because everybody wanted to copy Call of Duty. So then for a while, all the shooters that we played were fucking corridor shooters with no room to explore or look around. I don't need every fucking shooter I play to be Far Cry, but I also would like to have room to look around and explore, and not to just be a straight fucking shot with no room to look around. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I would almost say Call of Duty games are like the Michael Bay of fucking shooter campaigns. They're all about the spectacle. But the player agency is very little. After I like, when people are like, oh, Call of Duty is the best FPS series. No, it's not. Not even close. I'll take any Doom over any Call of Duty, any fucking Half-Life over any Call of Duty, even though that's insulting Half-Life to even be compared. And I know there are some really cool moments in Call of Duty. I know Modern Warfare, all dillied up. And then give me the new bagels, my shit's gonna give me the new bagels. And then give me the I don't care. I would still take any Half-Life game over any Call of Duty, any Doom. And most people who are talking about Call of Duty are even talking about the single player, they're talking about the multiplayer. Which, fair enough, Doom is mostly single player. But in terms of like sheer single player campaign design, Doom fucking sweeps the floor with COD. And they found statistically that only a small fraction of people who play COD even finish the campaign. Most, like, 80% of people come to COD for the multiplayer only. So, most of the people who are sitting there simping for COD haven't even finished the fucking story. I had some corn chips left and finishing them. I never treated them. Shit, there's a ship door here I almost missed. I thought I went too far and I couldn't go back to it. I was about to be fucking pissed. Or is it down here? There's a ship door right around here. Ah, it's right there. Okay. I was so afraid I'd gone past point no return and I had to load a save. The whole point of this is get 100%, which actually I'm going to make a new save file just because now I'm paranoid. I love corn fed. I'm going to get a new one of those. I'm air shoveling it in my mouth because I don't want my hands to get crazy. I'm gonna touch my controller if my hands are fucking greasy. Some people literally will touch controllers while their hands are sticky. Fucking miss me with that shit. That's how you ruin a controller. They don't mind. That's like enough to say to them. Whenever you give me them. Whenever you give me them. Oh, fuck. My anxiety being a whore. Whenever you give me them. Sorry, give me 1 second. God never bow to me. God never only. God never not coach me for anyone else. God never Jesus. Please listen to my words and intentions and not my thoughts. Sorry, let me start one time. O.C.G is being bad. I'm sorry. God never bow to me. God never only. God never not coach me for anyone else. God never Jesus. Please listen to my words and intentions and not my thoughts to me before fears. One, please forgive me for doing some deals with food and drink. Please do this and deals and make it safe to consume again because we're consuming a dead end. 2, please. Let me just wrap next for us right now. 3, please. Everything be okay. 4, please. Maybe. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Okay.
All right.
More rifle ammo, more scrap. What am I missing? There. I'm gonna need Molotovs anyway, and now grab the paper. Alright. Okay. I was scared for a second there. I wasn't gonna be able to go back. I have to reload the chapter. I don't even grab this pipe because it has no uses. This pipe I have currently has 1 hit taken off of it.
Oh, look at that.
Would you play this before?
No. But I had a friend that knew everything about this game. Apparently, there's this character called Angel Knives who'd... what was it? She'd punch a hole through your stomach before kicking your head off.
I was never a big fan of these things.
I wish I could play it.
Oh. Upstairs. Good, I have a good amount of scrap. Let me take one more look around here, make sure I didn't miss anything.
Mandatory evacuation. Evacuate to where?
What do you think? Quarantine zone. See, some places got a heads up before the infection showed up. Most didn't.
Man, must be hard. Just leaving all your stuff behind like that.
That ain't the hard part.
It's the people you leave behind. And we were safe. So you get a code to it from the RV. I could do it by hand, but I'm just going to get the code.
Fireflies were everywhere, huh?
Yeah, they were. Hoping to restore the country to what it was.
Well, with a vaccine, maybe they will.
Maybe.
You will be shot.
Yeah, it's Bill's handiwork.
Anybody else live in this town?
As far as I know, it's just him.
Oh, I'm not leaving town without that safe. Help Brad load into the pickup. And in case you need to get in, the combination is 5, 17, 21. It says it's a little square. You can do a lot of the stuff in any order. I appreciate that stuff. Now we're cooking with gas, baby.
Whoa, look at this place.
Goddamn infected showing up too close to the church safe house. Looks like I'm going to need to do another round of clearing out the weak spots of the perimeter.
Man, this is kind of sad.
What is?
All this music that's just sitting here. No one's around to listen to it. I don't know. Doesn't seem right.
That is a shame. Although most kids right now are not listening to fucking vinyl. I've never even seen a vinyl record player in person in my life. Of course, now I can say the same thing with CDs. Nobody's rocking a CD player anymore. I remember having that little fucking silver Sony CD player, man. Just pop that thing. You gotta be careful not to wobble or to fucking fuck up the music, man. And now, you tell a kid, a CD player? What the fuck is a CD player? So it's like, you can literally see the passing of generations. I'm like, what is vinyl? And they're like, what is a CD? And like, the passage of time.
Jesus!
Whoa, Nelly. What the hell was that?
That would be one of Bill's traps.
Your friend a bit paranoid, maybe?
That's putting it lightly.
What's the deal with this guy?
Well, he helped us smuggle stuff into the cities. He knows how to find things.
Well, let's hope we don't blow up trying to find him.
Just watch your step, you'll be fine.
Second shift door.
There you go.
Cool.
You get another shiv.
Jeez, feel good with a bow?
I reckon he is. See that wire? Stay underneath it, okay? Just keep your head low and you'll be fine.
All right.
God, I love this game. I really do.
Come here. We can use this to get over.
And now I get the bow, baby.
Hey, look at that.
Let me use that. I'm a pretty good shot with that thing.
How about we just leave this kind of stuff to me?
Well, we could both be armed. Cover each other.
I don't think so.
See, it takes a while to draw it back. Just one upgrade makes a huge difference.
Here. We can actually use this.
And it's also where they give you a nice quality of life feature. In the original game, I'm trying to... There's the option. No, where is it? Come on. Is it in the... Oh, it's in the HUD. My bad. See, you can... in the original game... you would draw the bow. Oh, hold on. In the original game, you would have the bow and would simply show you how far the shot could go. Which, I mean, it's useful, don't get me wrong. But in the second game, they added an upgrade to the bow where you get a rangefinder, and it would show you the distance of enemies. So you would pull back the bow, and it would give you a distance and show you how high to aim to hit them, which I'll show in a second, the enemy.
It's all clear. Come on up.
All right.
Shit.
See, it shows you the distance. So it's saying there's a little bit of tilt. As I move further back, the tilt would increase, so it tells me where to aim to accommodate for the tilt, which is really cool. And I also like how the stance changes depending on if you're crouched or not. That wasn't in the original game. That was an optional upgrade in the second game, so it's really cool they added a toggle for this in the first game. And also, if you kill the enemy with the bow arrow, there's a good chance you're going to get to keep it. You can sometimes recover your arrows from a headshot.
Now listen,
You...
Bill ain't exactly the most stable of individuals. So when we get there, you let me do the talking. You understand?
I understand.
You gotta be clear on this. You don't take too kindly to strangers.
All right.
Bill's a good guy. You just definitely need some time warming up to you. That's all.
And you have a much greater chance of recovering your arrows from a headshot than from a chest shot, so it encourages you to be accurate. It is an optional encounter I really like. You head down here, and then you see an infected run into a building, and then most people be like, no, but you can be like, no, I'm going to drop back in. I'm going to go down in. And she's like, really? Can't help, go away.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Shit, you're gonna go in there?
I want to see what we can find.
You're gonna find my body when I die from a heart attack.
Don't worry. I got this.
I love it. Oh shit, you're going to go in there? You're going to find my body when I die. Oh, like, that's funny. A really memorable dialogue was essentially an optional thing to go in up here.
Oh, shit.
Jeez! That thing scared the shit out of me.
Well, while we're here, let's search the place.
And besides getting more supplies that you're going to need, you'd also find a note, which you need for 100%.
Rachel.
Rachel, soldiers going door to door, forcing people into buses. I hear yelling a couple of buildings down. Time's running out. I tried calling, waiting. I don't know what to do, but I can't wait anymore. I've thrown most of our stuff into a couple of suitcases. I'll be waiting for you in the quarantine zone. Come find me. I'll see you soon. Ezra.
You think they ever found each other?
How the hell would I know?
Well, I'd like to think they did.
Let's get the hell out of here.
And we get the infamous moment where Joel...
Get this. All right, stand back.
All right.
We get the infamous moment where Joel's hanging from the ceiling. Which, actually, the aiming was really fucked up in the original game. It was hard to aim. They made it a lot better in the remake.
Oh, shit. Those things are kind of awesome.
That's one way to do it. Yes. All right, watch your step. Come on.
And there's a bunch of supplies you can miss,
Stay
too.
close.
By going through that door. Hang on, my cat. Give me 1 second. The pussy demands to be heard. Come on, Echo. Come up here. Yeah, you're just a good kid. I love you. Meow. You're my favorite kitty in the world, ranked #1. There's a lot of kitties, but nobody I love more than you.
Come on.
I got you.
Damn it, Bill.
What just happened?
Another one of Bill's stupid traps. There, that fridge, it looks like that's a counterweight.
Okay.
It makes sense. Fridges are heavy as fuck. If there's anything you could use to prop a human up, it would be a fridge. This one of those old
Cut
fridges.
that rope, and it'll bring me down.
On
Old
it.
fridges were something else, man.
Joel.
Shit, here they come.
Joel.
Just tend to the rope. Ellie, how's it looking?
I'm going as fast as I can.
Ellie!
I need a bit more time.
Anytime, Ellie.
Hold on.
You all right?
Yeah.
Come on, you can do it. Damn it.
Come on. I'm cutting.
Oh, headshot from that distance. Fuck you.
Damn it, Ellie, they're getting close.
Hey! Hey, over here! Get off your ass and on your feet. All right, this way. Keep up. God damn it. Back! Get back!
Which way?
All right, we'll, cut through. Come on, here!
Run, Ellie.
Damn. Goddamn thing.
Guys behind us.
Bill! Don't slow down. This place ain't secure. Bill, they're coming to the door! Take them out. That's our only way through.
Ellie, stay back. Stay back.
All right, come on, we're almost there, boss.
Right, baseball bat. Good old American classic. Swing, bada, 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 swing.
Come on, they're getting through. Keep going this way, to the truck. All right, move, Ellie, move.
I'm going. Man, that was close. Thanks for the heroics and all. Ellie. Hey, what are you... Joel?
Bill.
What are you doing?
Bill.
Let me go.
Turn around and get on your knees. Calm down a second.
Turn around.
All right.
Get on your knees. Don't test me.
Just take it easy.
Any bites? No. Anything sprouting?
Oh, God damn it, I'm clean.
If I see so much as a trick. Ow! Stop! Son of a bitch! You done? Am I done? You come into my house, you set off all my traps, you damn near break my shooting arm. Who the fuck is this punk and what's she doing here?
I am none of your goddamn business, and we're here because you owe Joel some favors. And you can start by taking these off.
I owe Joel some favor, just some kind of joke.
I'll cut to the chase. I need a car.
Well, it is a joke. Joel needs a car. Well, if I had one that works, which I sure as hell don't, what makes you think I'd just give it to you? Huh? Yeah, sure, Joel, go ahead. Take my car. Take all my food, too, while you're at it.
By the looks of it, you could lose some of that food.
Listen to me, you little shit.
No, fuck you! You handcuffed
I
me!
need you to shut up. All right?
Whatever favors you think I owe you ain't worth that much.
Actually, Bill, they are.
Well, it don't matter because I don't have a car that works.
But there is one in this town.
Parts. There are parts in this town.
Meaning that you could fix one up.
All right. If I'm gonna do this, there's some gear I'm gonna need. All right. It's on the other side of town. Now you help me go gather it, and maybe I can put something together that runs. But after this, I owe you nothing.
That's fine. A couple days from now, we'll probably be dead anyway.
Good. Follow me. Whole goddamn town's booby trapped. Best stay right on my ass.
Can't miss it.
Knock it off.
All right. Whatever supplies you may want or need, I suggest you grab them.
All right, thank you. Ellie, take a look around, see if there's anything we can use.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm going to save and I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in a little bit. Thank you for watching.